Hello there students, it's Mr. Sanders here. I'm going to show you a little bit about how to use YouTube Editor for your project. Bear with me here, I'm going to kind of go through a few different steps, but before I start I'd like to talk a little bit about YouTube Capture. YouTube Capture is an app that works on iOS devices, so iPhones, iPads will both be able to download it. It is the best option, easiest option for getting videos from your phone or whatever you recorded on up onto your YouTube account. It's a pretty self-explanatory app, just a couple things to note. When you are prompted to log in to the YouTube Capture app, you need to use your BBSD Gmail account. So it's the same username and login that you use for BBSD. YouTube Capture also has some editing options built into it. You may use those, but I personally recommend just using the options that are naturally built into YouTube. There are more options and it's a little easier to use. And thirdly, when you are prompted or when you see the option to change it from public, please do so and change it to unlisted, which is basically anyone with link can view. Once you get it, once you upload it to your YouTube account, then you're going to be on YouTube. So you can see I'm in my Chrome browser here and I am in YouTube on my youtube.com on the main page. Notice that I am logged in as my BVSD account. You should be. We all have YouTube accounts through BVSD, which is awesome. Now to get to your videos, there's a couple ways to do it, but I'm going to show you one way. You go to My Channel. My Channel is where all of your things are kind of stored. And then, so you can see I have some Friday vids built in here and then some other videos that I've made in the past just for fun and for practice. But where you want to go is up here to Video Manager. When you go into Video Manager, you have all of these options, and this is how you kind of create your channel. It's actually called the Creator Studio. Another way to get to it is, well, let me go back to show you because it won't show you from here, is if you click here and go to Creator Studio, takes you straight in. Okay. Now from here you're going to be looking at the Create pane. Now what's weird is the very first thing that pops up, and it's because of alphabetical order, I believe, is music. So your audio library. YouTube has built in tons of sound effects and music and things like that for you to use. Great search tools in here. You can search for angry music or bright music or calm music. So if you need music to add to your tracks, searching here and then knowing the name of it will be important. You'll see why in a moment. Okay? But where you need to go is Video Editor. When you go into Video Editor, what's going to pop up is, this is sort of the movie that you're making, the video that you're making. This is the editing pane where you're going to be able to alter things, change the size of them, change the length, as you'll see, and also add audio. Okay? So, right now we have nothing down here, so there is nothing appearing here, but you can see all these videos, I've uploaded them from YouTube Capture. Others are just on here from other means. But I'm just going to start dragging around and talking you through this. Let's just imagine all of your clips that you're going to use for your video are here. Well, you get to change the length of them and reorganize them and edit them however you choose. So to get started, you just grab whichever one you want and drag it into the video pane. Now, you can probably hear it. Let me make sure I turn that down for you there. So this is what your movie is at any given time. Now let's say you only wanted a couple seconds of this clip. You can drag it to where you want the clip to start and then re-drag it to where you want the clip to stop. Now you're not editing that video that's already in your YouTube. All you're doing is editing just this particular clip. Okay, so right now it's a 3-second clip. You can see when I play it, it does this. Well, it looks kind of funky because it's only playing that segment. But if you click out of it, you can see this is now your whole movie. Click back into it, and you just see this clip. And you can always lengthen it. So make it a little bit longer and kind of re-edit. All right? Now also within this, you can do autofix, which just kind of changes some of these levels for you. Generally, if it's visible, you don't have to worry too much about it, but you can change the filters. An important little feature, though, is text. When I click Enable Text, it's going to put a little text bar down here. I would imagine everybody is going to use this because you're going to be putting people's names and subjects and things like that down here. Okay, you can change the font. You can change how it's aligned. So you can put it on the right, and you can change where it's at. Most likely, just so you know, for news, you're looking at the bottom. You can change the banner color, which right now is kind of black. Change it to green, and it looks like that. So you have a lot of options here. You can also change the height of it. So if it's too big and you want it to be a little smaller, you can do that. You can do that. Excuse me. Whatever text you type in here will be what appears on your video. Okay. So there's that. If you want to see how things look side by side, so how it was before versus how you're editing it, you can do this, and it gives you two panes. So you can see what it is without it, what it is with it. If you don't like it, you can change it or uncheck enable. Another important feature. Some of you, your audio is either going to be way too loud or way too low, so you can change the volume of your voice of the audio track for this particular clip. So you can make it go up or down. Okay. Let's see. I think that's all I need to show you there. If you want to do like a pan and zoom while the video plays, it will sort of move around. You can play with that a little bit if you'd like. Okay, so whenever you have, let's say, this clip done and ready to go, you can go grab your next clip. And I'll just grab this one. Which one should I grab? Let's grab this one here. You put it in, and once again, you have all the options to edit this particular clip. Okay, sorry about that, but Mr. Senor Sanchez just came in and I had to speak with him for a moment. So I think you basically get it. You can change all of the options within each video. Okay, so click off of it again, and I'm going to come over and just grab another video of mine. This is a really long one. I'm going to shorten it quite a bit though, down to just 30 seconds. You can see me there. All right. And when I click off of it, so now we have all of these. Now, a couple more things. Here, Creative Commons videos, we're going to talk more about Creative Commons later in the year, but Creative Commons is basically a place where high quality videos and images have been uploaded to the internet for you to use, and you can use them legally, no problem, however you'd like. So YouTube has several that are already built in, and you can kind of look through those. I don't imagine many of those will be useful to this particular project that we're doing, but I could see maybe they would. Something like these public transportation stock photos of things might be helpful to you. Images. So in images, you can also drag and drop them here. If you have them in your Google account, that works very nicely. You can also upload them, but if you click Add Photos to Project, it's pretty self-explanatory. The sound, like I mentioned, those audio tracks from before, if you know the sound of them, you can look them up here, but there are, I don't know how many, hundreds if not thousands of audio tracks that you can look to. Now, a note about that, you don't put them here, you put them down here, and it puts the entire length of the audio track in. So you might want to shorten it to just this clip or just this part, and you can also change the volume. So if it's too loud and you can't hear your voice, change the volume and you might be able to hear it a little bit better. Okay? So once again, click off of it. Transitions. You want to be careful with these. These can become very annoying, but they might be very helpful. Basically, if you want to add a transition from one clip to the next, take whichever one you want, and you can see a little highlight. It highlights blue in between the two clips. Drop it there, and you'll see whenever it. So that's actually pretty cool. You see news stations use that pretty often. Now, if that's too slow for you, you can drag it down to. Well, it doesn't like that. Let's see. Yeah, well, it worked. And there's the transition, a little bit faster. Okay, so click off of it again, and we get all of our options. And lastly, if you want to add text over the whole thing or just parts of it, you can do that from here, just like you can do it from here. Okay, so within each clip, you can add text. All right. I think that's about all for YouTube editor. Oh, you're going to change the name of it up here so that your project is named. Notice that it's all cloud-based. All changes get saved. And you should be able to access this as long as you need to. Now when you click publish, it's going to automatically publish it to YouTube. It's going to publish it to your account and you're going to have that. I'll go ahead and do that so you can see. And right now it's called My Edited Video. Right? But from here we want to make sure that it's not public, because there's a bunch of students on this and we don't necessarily know if they want to be published on YouTube for everybody to see. So right now we want to make sure that the privacy continues to be at unlisted. Okay, but once it's uploaded to YouTube, the link for the video, oops, you could do it this way here. And it's still being uploaded, but eventually it will appear here, and once it is here, then you can just automatically upload it or get the link and send it to me. So I think that's a pretty quick cursory view of YouTube and YouTube Editor. If you have any other questions, feel free to ask me, but that's how you use it. Thanks. Have fun.